Hello and welcome. This is my January 2023 planning video. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday celebration, Happy New Year, and all that jazz. I am busting open my brand new 2023 calendar, and I believe I got this one from Target at a very hefty discount. I have to always look at the previous month's calendar in order to kind of like get my bearings straight. But I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely energized for the new year. Today is actually January 3rd that I'm doing this video. And yes, I had a couple days off there. Everyone celebrated New Year's Day on the 2nd over here in the US. And so we were off on Sunday and Monday, obviously. The first thing that I'd like to do is review my goals from the previous month. The first items that I'm writing down are my movement goals. And so how many times I want to go walking a week, how many times I want to swim each week, yoga. And then I'm going to add a new one in. Those are kind of like the standard ones that I always have on my calendar. But I'm going to start a group exercise class. I feel like I've been doing pretty good with swimming at least twice a month. I would like to have the goal of swimming once a week. So I know that I'll get there as long as I stay consistent with the twice a month and then maybe add a third time a month and then every week. And then yoga, I absolutely love doing yoga. I haven't found a yoga class near me that I can attend. So I've just been doing yoga with Adriene on YouTube. If you haven't heard of her, I mean, she's very popular over on YouTube, where we are right now. And yeah, she just has a lot of really great videos on yoga. She actually does like a 30-day yoga during January, so I'll probably start that one this week as well. The next goal that I wanted to write down, so it's top of mind, is my YouTube video goals. I do have like a backlog of video ideas that we came up with last year, so I want to start implementing those and recording those as soon as I can. And then I have like another series, a YouTube video series that's going to be coming up this year as well. So that is kind of like top of mind. Those are things that I want to do. Another goal of mine this year is to start doing quarterly retreats, some days with myself and then some days just with a couple team members. And so we'll see how I can get those implemented. I did record a weekend retreat video, so I'll post those videos below and you can kind of check those out and see what I like to do on retreat days. I actually also have a few other goals that I'm thinking about incorporating into my schedule this year. And so besides the retreat, I also want to start implementing kind of like an education hour. I have a lot of really great books here in my office that are business related, business minded. And so I want to just start digging into those books, maybe just an hour a week to begin with, and then just kind of incorporating that a little bit more into my daily routine. I also want to, if you ever read the book, The Artist Way, I highly recommend it. It's a really interesting book. It's a really interesting take on kind of like being a creative in this universe here. And she recommends doing kind of like an artist date. And that's kind of like where you go. It doesn't have to be a whole day. It can be an hour. It can be whatever you want it to be, whatever you want it to mean. But it's just 1 hour where you're taking yourself out of like a normal situation where, for me, it would be my office. I would go to somewhere creative that I like to go to. Let's say there's like this garden that's around the corner from my place, and it would be just spending an hour there, maybe drawing a picture of a tree or doing something a little bit more creative to get your brain outside of like the normal day-to-day activities. And up next after that, I am sending out a monthly newsletter. So usually I send out a weekly newsletter that talks about kind of like the recent things that are happening, like my most recent YouTube video or a social media post that I really like. So I kind of like highlight those in my weekly newsletters. But in my monthly newsletter that I've started a couple months ago, I am highlighting kind of like one really major aspect of the month that I think is really important. And so I also provide free PDFs attached to that. And so we're sending those out around the 1st of each month. This month is going to be sent out on January 4th. So it's going to be a few days delayed, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, so we'll be sending out monthly newsletters, and I'm really excited about that. And then you'll hear a little bit more behind the scenes in those newsletters that kind of like write a little bit more in depth. Other than that, it's going to be a pretty standard month as far as client work is concerned. So every Wednesday, I'd like to do kind of like a CEO day where I'm working inside my business and not like on someone else's business, not doing client work. So that is my focus on those days. And then I do have a board meeting coming up this month. And outside of that, just personal life, there's not a lot happening because when it comes to January, there's a lot of deadlines that are coming up. So I really want to stay focused on those deadlines. I want to stay focused on getting 1099s done. I want to make sure I'm getting W-2s out the door and just preparing for a couple of audits for some of my clients. So that's what's going on behind the scenes this month, and stay tuned for more fun YouTube videos coming up this year. We have a lot in store for you, and make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter so that you can be the first to know about all this fun stuff we have ready to go for you guys. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.